Okay, I guess I'll go ahead and tell the goose joke. Better if I had a shtick, like, you post whatever you want on social media, but now you got a channel, you're supposed to be, like, teaching people how to do sign language or something, like something that keeps people tuning in with a reliable expectation of what they're going to see. I'll tell you the goose joke. The premise of this brand of humor is that the speaker is applying the standards of adult human behavior to things that are not adult humans, in this case animals. Used to try and use it on women, worked a couple times. True story. Starts out, what are we doing with some of these animals? Aren't some of these guys assholes? And we're sitting here like it's our job to be nice to them? Never fully understood it. Take crocodiles, for instance. Boy, these motherfuckers, all they do is eat us. And we're nice to them. Feed them, protect their habitats. And meanwhile, they just eat us. All they ever done for us. They see a human, they eat him. And any time they let a motherfucker slide, something tells me it's not out of the kindness of their heart. Something tells me they're just bloated from whatever kind of antelope or something else they just ate. They go about it like sneaky pricks too, and they hide underwater and they do this ambush thing. And I guess they got some kind of bro code going, because never once have I heard about a crocodile say to somebody, yo, between you and me, my buddy Chris was talking about eating you the other day. Assholes. And here a guy goes and feeds them, and they bite his hand off. Literally biting the hand that feeds. Like, is that how you show appreciation? Like the fish wasn't good enough, had to go and eat the guy's hand? Wonder how you treat your mother. And I get it. We can't kill all of them because of disruption to the ecosystem or whatever. But the other shit they're eating ain't eating us. And if they had the chance, I bet you they'd kill all of us with no consideration to the ecosystem, because, I mean, they're narcissists. One thing I can say for crocodiles, though, they got their shit together. They at least know who they can and can't fuck with. You don't see them fucking with hippos. Some of these other species, meanwhile, they're just punks. No sense having punks just looking for what's coming to them. Take geese, for instance. Every day around this time of year, the geese start getting cocky. You know the drill. They get all up in your face, act like they want to tussle. And I'm not saying it. Like, dude, I got bills to pay. I got kids to raise. And, like, who the fuck are you? We used to have this goose at Peace Valley Park. I called him Gary. And Gary was a cocky motherfucker. Every day you see him getting up in guys' faces, acting all tough. And I know the jig. He thinks you want his fucking eggs. And, like, first of all, dude, do you see us headed toward your nest? No, we're walking in a straight line on the trail, and you're just following us around, looking like you want some action. Fuck your eggs. They suck. We don't even sell them at grocery stores, is how much they suck. You think we can't get those eggs if we want them with your puny ass? And second of all, no offense to the old lady, but do you want to maybe scope a place out for a day or two before you decide to build a nest there? Make sure it ain't someplace hundreds of people are going to be walking past every day if you got these issues you apparently have with Homo sapiens. Like, do some planning. That's what we humans call it. And I see what happens is every day motherfuckers are just walking past Gary, not even acknowledging his ass. And he's standing there honking and gloating and shit like he won. And what did you win? People don't take you seriously, Gary. So, one day, Gary must have took a pre-workout or something, because my man's in a feisty mood. And he's an asshole to begin with, but here he sprints right up to me. Stops like 2 feet away from me, and he gives me like this intimidation stare down. Like, what are you, a 10-pound bird, and this is your intimidation look? You look like a douchebag with a tiny head, because that's what you are. You ever hear about weight classes and how utterly out of yours you are right now, jackass? I mean, do I look intimidated? I mean, what do we got going on here? You gotta have a backpack or something. Are there 5 of your goose buddies waiting behind those bushes with AK-47s? I mean, is this what you're showing me? Do I look intimidated? I mean, this guy's just strutting around looking for what Mike Tyson called the truth, and he's looking for the right motherfucker in the right mood to give it to him, and I always feel like I just might be that fella in this instant. This wasn't my first rodeo with Mr. Gary. And yeah, I know you got the feathers, and you're gonna go rustle the feathers and all that, but all I see is that scrawny little pole-ass neck and my fist around it. And something tells me once this transpires, it's game over for you. Something tells me a lot of what you got going on has to do with that beak. And once that's neutralized, I still got another fist and you got nothing. I'm telling this for your own sake, Gary. Just don't want to see you get embarrassed in front of that goose wife of yours over there. Do we have a misunderstanding? Did you perhaps see my shadow coming across the hill and mistook it for me, and now you're face to face with the real deal? And now you're having second thoughts, because we could de-escalate this situation. We could start over and be buddies. We could be having a beer 20 minutes from now. But the way it's looking is this situation as it stands is resulting in a brutal beating, executed by me unto you again, followed later this evening by an awkward attempt at lovemaking between you and that goose-ass wife over there, who just might be screaming out my name. And as soon as I get done saying this, he moves right in on me. Wrong answer, buddy. Moves right in on me. And I'll tell you what, he's stupid. It's like you're just a stupid jerk, Gary. Because what do? You do the fucking arm spread, where you spread your arms as if they're wings, and this motherfucker pipes right down like the little bitch he knows he is. But what the fuck is that? What are you telling me? Do you think I'm a bird? Is that what you're telling me? Do I look like a bird to you? Is everybody a bird? Is that tree over there a bird? Just because your no distinguishing ass happens to be a fucking bird? Is that the kind of stupid you're showing me? Just let me know if it's that stupid. I can dumb it down for you, Gar. We're gonna have to renegotiate this whole deal to account for this new evidence of stupid. Okay. Tell you what, I'll give you a freebie. I'll give that one to you. You're a bird, I'm a bird, we're all birds. Now we're playing by your logic, Gary. Now we're entering Gary's fucked up worldview. So I'm standing here. I'm a 6'1" bird. You're a 2'11" bird. Who did you think was going to have the longer wingspan? Does this surprise you, Gar? Does it? You see how you fail your own IQ test? I think I'm seeing a pattern here, and it's a pattern of stupid, followed by impulsive, self-endangering habits, and I don't have to take part in this. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to be the bigger man, walk away from this, and not give you the validation you so desperately crave. I'm walking back to my vehicle. You know, cars, trucks, that stuff we humans build in our process of civilization. All that stuff us humans have been doing while you geese, I don't know how many millions of years you've been evolving, but as far as I can tell, all you figured out how to do is hang around lakes and try to start fights with people. Not doing this. Not today. But I promise you one day you will catch the wrong motherfucker in the wrong mood, and you will get the beating you're looking for. Goodbye, Gary. So I start walking and he's following me. It's like, yeah, I get it. We got 5 trucks in this parking lot, 5 guys fishing over there, and you see these things and they're big and loud and they move, and you see us humans get in and out of them, and you just can't get it together in your little walnut-sized goose brain that we operate them. And now you're going to go and engage in behavior which poses a clear existential threat to yourself. I get it. We know you're dumb. So I'm getting in my truck, and this asshole's peeking his head through the window, and I'm rolling it up saying, if this is what you want to do with your life, I can't stop you. But I don't have to take part in this. And I'm backing out, and he's circling the truck. It's like, oh, you're suicidal? Is that what you're telling me now, Gary? I get it, buddy. I wouldn't want to carry on this pointless existence either if I were you, and I'd be more than happy to put you out of your misery. Only problem is, I don't know if a park ranger is going to drive by at any moment, and I don't know if you're protected or whatever, and I don't know if this motherfucker is going to get my plate. And can we just stop this? Can we stop? And the goose wife is tiptoeing over saying, come on, honey, can we just go home? And I'm sitting there thinking, boy, she's got to get out of this relationship. It's the women I fault. Truly, it's the women I fault for validating this sort of behavior. And finally, he backs off, right? And I'm driving up the hill, and I glance in the rear view, and here's this asshole. It's like he's gloating. Like he's all running his beak and strutting around and shit. Like, what? Now you got something to say. Dead silent through the whole ordeal. Now you got something to say. Did somebody miss what just happened? Are you really going to try and flip the script on me now, Gary? Now you got something to say all of a sudden. Well, you know how I said earlier, today's not the day, and I'm not your motherfucker? I might just be feeling a certain type of way right now. Just might have pushed me over the cliff there. Maybe wouldn't have been a good time to show, a little bit of humility. Just you want to show a little bit of humility after that complete and utter intellectual demolition which just took place. Maybe could at least waited till my truck was out of sight. But you don't know about rear view mirrors. You don't know much, Gary. Today might just be your day to learn something. So I take my foot off the gas pedal. I slow down. I'm watching him. He's running his beak still. And I say, you know what? I'm parking. Let's see what this motherfucker's got to say. And here, my son just started playing baseball, so I got this bat in my back seat, and I'm thinking, ooh, let's see what he does. Let's just see what he does. And with regards to what follows for you PETA people and you animal rights people, do you see how every step of the way I was trying to be the bigger man and de-escalate the situation, and at every turn this jackass shows me he's just gonna up the ante. Yeah, today might be your day, asshole. And I'm watching him, and here he comes, all inching up, and I'm thinking, ooh, if he knew I was coming, he wouldn't be walking around with that punk-ass demeanor. Here comes Gary, all strutting. All I really got to do is go in reverse, and it's game over. But I'll let him say his piece. Let's see what he's got to say. Rolls right up to my driver's side window, and I roll the window down. Look at him, I say, hi, Gary. We seem to be having some misunderstanding. What is it we both can do to resolve this? And he looks at me and gives me this fake-ass intimidation stare. I grab that bat with my right hand. I bash his pug's head right into my driver's side door. Leaves a cucumber-shaped dent, because that's what his head looks like when it's imprinted on aluminum. I get out of the truck, I start whacking him, and I'm going easy on him. That initial blow might have been a bit much, but now I'm just tapping this fool, and my man comes up lame. He does. I'm not going for any vital organs. I'm not hitting his legs. I'm tapping his ass, and this guy straight up pusses out on me. He did. And feathers are flying, and women are jogging by screaming, and this weasel limps off, and he flies away. I know it was a mismatch, but this motherfucker didn't even show up. He showed me what he was, and my man turned up lame. Now you tell me, I know this asshole. I seen him every day fucking with people, and that was the last I heard from Gary. I dealt with Gary many a time. I know his face, I know his dimensions, know how he carries himself. If this was Where's Waldo, and it was Gary the Goose, and there were 20 other geese, I could spot this prick in 30 seconds. Faster than I could spot Waldo. And I never heard another word from this clown. He learned his lesson, and there was only one way to teach him. Tried talking to him, tried civility, tried everything I could, and it just to have not demonstrated a little humility in that moment, that's what pushed me over the edge. That's what did it. Fuck you, Gary. Fuck you and everything you stand for. Next time I'll take those eggs and I'll make me a casserole, and Mrs. Gary is going to sit there at the dinner table and watch is what's going to happen next time I see you try to start some shit. You ain't shit. You ain't shit.